Hi gorgeous souls, and welcome to today's soul-led conversation. I was sitting here for a good 5 minutes, about 5 minutes, thinking about what to put as the title. Of course, you could say like, oh well, good procrastination, Annika. But it was very important that I picked the title that was what I really wanted to talk about. Like, I have a couple of things that I couldn't talk easily about that are really in my comfort zone that I have talked about many times before. But this one is different. This one is about power priorities and choosing where are your priorities? Like, where do you choose to send your power to? It's in parenting, there's this like, pick your battles, you know? Is it really that important what they're wearing to school? Is it not more important what they eat or that they have their nap than what they're actually wearing? Couldn't you give them that choice? It's more complicated though around our power. Hi Veronica. Veronica just joined. I'm always happy to see you live. So yes, power priorities. Sorry, I'm losing my camera is changing the angle. It's not stable here. It's really funny. I have to show you. Like, I don't have a tripod, so at the moment this is how I'm doing my lives. So there is Aiden's chair and my back roller, and then there is my journal, and then there's a jar of candies we will never eat. And that jar of candies is holding my phone. So, showing you backstage. Getting drifted away. Back to our topic. Power priorities. Look, if you try to do everything perfectly, and that goes back to our Monday conversation about screw perfection, right? If you try to do everything perfectly, everything will collapse. You will be burned out, and there will be nothing left for yourself or for the people you love in your life. So you need to choose, what do I give power in my life? Who do I give power in my life? Like, who are the people that are important to me? Which goes back to yesterday's conversation where we talked about that what other people think about you is none of your business, right? So whose opinion do you really value? Whose feedback is important to you? And also, and here's the point I want to make, what do I give power to? Do I give power to things that I cannot change? Like the perspective of other people or the circumstances that are sometimes not in my hands? Like, there are things that I have no control over. The only thing I have control over, to be honest, is my energy and my words and my actions. Everything else is not my responsibility, but is also not in my control. Even with my kids, I would lie to myself if I would say that I have any control over them, to be honest. I can give them nudges, I can give them feedback, I can tell them look, maybe next time we can do it differently so we can all get along. If they do it or not the next time, I don't know. In this whole journey, right? It's the exact same thing with other family, with friends, with people on the street, like strangers. And then there's the question, do I really give power to that? Do I really let that define how I live my life and live my day and how I enjoy my day as well? I've really felt called to, if you don't know it yet, to share one of my favorite prayers with you today. It's a prayer I learned, or if prayer rubs you up the wrong way, no problem. You can say affirmation, you can say mantra, you can say reminder, whatever is good for you, whatever you like, whichever term you like. I will call it prayer going forward. So 14 years ago, oh my God, yes. So 14 years ago, I went into a beautiful alternative clinic where I learned loads. And one of the things I learned was in not the AA group, because I never was an alcoholic, but I was recovering from drug abuse. So the equivalent of the AA for drug users. And so I learned this prayer there, and it has stayed with me over all these years. And I say like at least 3 times a week. At the moment, a little bit more because of the circumstances that are not in my control at the moment. And it is this: Dear universe, please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and of course the wisdom to know the difference. It's part of my 2018 calendar as well. I did a doodle with it. Here it is. If you want to make a screenshot of it. But it's easily found. Of course, the term universe can either be left out, or you can say God, the divine, the higher power, whatever fits into your belief system, right? But here is the thing: there are things out of our control, and there are things we cannot change. So whatever you're facing right now, whatever is going on in your life, whatever is happening, look at it and don't give any energy, give any of your power away to the things that you cannot change. This includes other people, or regulations, or whatever it is that is there. In any situation, there's always a part that you cannot change. So don't give any power to that. What do I mean with giving power to that? I mean especially judgment, complaining, running around in circles, going like back and forth over like how if that would be different, your life would be different, whatever it is, you know. No. This part, we don't like, we acknowledge it, it's there, this is something I cannot change. And this might be fluid. You might come to a point where you can change it, but right now in this situation you can't change it. And then you turn around and you look at the things you can change. And then you identify them and you make the change. That's when the action comes in. Action towards things you cannot change doesn't change anything. Action towards things you are able to change. There, in that lies the wisdom, I think. In that lies peace and owning your power to create your own reality. In that lies a certain kind of how do I describe it? It's just like the moment I make this switch, the moment I turn from the things that I cannot change to the things I change, the energy starts moving again, and the situation keeps evolving, and I'm in the flow again. So this is my nugget for you on this Friday. Now, Veronica, you're live. Nobody else joined us today. I hope some of you are watching the replay. Please let me know in the comments if that is resonating with you, if you have any questions. I'm always here to answer them. And Veronica, do you want a card? Yeah? Give me a comment if you want one. And I get the cards, okay? I'm back in 1 second. Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? Veronica just said, I love this mantra. But Olivia, share it once again because I think it's so powerful. Dear universe, please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and of course the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, lovely. I'll draw a card for Veronica, and then I will draw a card for a general card for everyone who is watching until the bitter end of my live stream. Not bitter. Ah, that was mean towards myself, wasn't it? Damn, conscious language, please. No, I will draw a card for Veronica, and then I will draw a general card for everyone who is watching. Who is watching this conversation to the very end. The very end is better than the bitter end. Ah, Veronica, beautiful. Please. The cards are telling you, stay in the now, stay in the present. Stay here with us. It's important that you can is this? There we go. Can you see? So the now came up for you. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to get into action again. Keep your focus. Get really focused on what you have and also what you want, and then identify what you need to do. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful message. Just what you thought. I know you're so good at the channeling thing for yourself anyway. And now the general card for everyone who is watching the replay. Here we go. For the weekend, take some time out. And if it's just 2 minutes, it doesn't need to be long, but ask yourself, what do you really want? Where do you want to go in life? What is it that you really, really want? I mean, important question, isn't it? Because if we can't identify where we are going, we move around aimlessly. So here, eyes on the prize. X marks the spot. That's what Lucan says when we're on the playground and he lies out an X, and then we have to dig for the treasure. It just popped into my mind. So X marks the spot. Identify your X. Make sure that you really, really get clear on what you really, really want. And I'll see you on Monday for Soulette Conversation number 6. Laura is just joining. I'm just wrapping up. This was a general card for everyone who is watching. So Laura, what do you really want? I'm sending you love. So much love and light. And I'll see you on Monday. Have a gorgeous, gorgeous weekend, my beautiful, lovely women and men out there. All the humans. Mwah.